Hi, welcome to Spanish Tech. Today we are going to learn our different type of classification of column. If you look at column can be classified based on many things. We can classify column based on material. We can classify column based on shape. We can classify column based on loading. We can classify column based on the slenderness effect also. So if you look at based on shape, we have a different type of shape of the columns like a rectangular shape, a square shape, circular shape, T shape, L shape. If you look at the material classification of the column, you will find that column can be made out by different material like steel, RCC, wood, and also the composite also. Also, we have one more classification of column that is also known as based on the loading also. So on the base of the loading, we can classify columns like if it is could be a axial column, it could be the biaxial column, or it could be the uniaxial column also. And based on the slenderness effect, we have a classification that is shorter columns and the longer columns. So we are going to learn today about the two major classification that is based on loading. That so classification based on loading. So you can classify your columns based on loading also. So there are three type of this classification. One is your axial loaded column. Second, your uniaxial loaded column. And third is your biaxial column. Biaxial loaded column. So if you look at your these classifications, that is based on your loading, we can classify our columns like if it is a axial loaded, or it could be uniaxial, or it could be the biaxial column also. Now in this particular structural framing, we will try to understand that which column will need to have which type of design. Either we need to design for the axial loaded, or the biaxial loaded, or the uniaxial loaded. So if I will just say you that all the corner columns, if you look at this corner columns, this corner columns, this corner columns, you will find that this all the corners columns will have a biaxial bending. Why I am telling you? So I will write it one note here. Just I will write it here. All the corner columns will have biaxial bending. So why there is a all the corners will have biaxial bending? Because the reason is that, so if you just see that in this by corner columns, you will find that there is a significant amount of bending moment on the both of the axes. So I can write a note here that you will have significant amount of bending on both of the axes of the column. So this is the reason why we design all the corner columns as a biaxial bending. So it does not means that this inside of this column also will do not have the biaxial bending. I will not like to say that, because these columns may also have the biaxial bending. This column also may have the biaxial bending. The condition lies that why actually, because suppose that if you look at their distance and this distance, if it is a ununiform, means this distance if not equal to this span, you will find it that these columns will have a significant amount of the bending in that direction. Now we will look at the biaxial bending interaction diagram. So if I will draw it, the biaxial interaction diagram, it will be looking something like this. So there will be a y-axis and there will be x-axis. So if you will look at the moment here, it will be mu x and this will be mu y. Along with that, there will be axial loaded also, which will be axial loaded, and you can call it this load as a P. So there will be moment in the x-axis also, the moment will be on the y-axis also. Along with that moment, you will be having the axial loading also. So the same thing, if we want to look at on the software, suppose this is the corner columns we have, all the corner columns, and we will check it that does this corner columns will have this, all the interaction are there on these corner columns are there or not. So for doing that, I will just, what I will do, I will just go into 3D of it, and in the dead load cases, I will go in the display as a force diagram, and I will just click on the moment 3. So if I will click on moment 3, and if I will see the columns here, as you can see here, this column is a double curvature column. So you can look at here, and you can see that there is a significant amount of moment coming to this corner columns here also. So these columns also, and this column also, and this column also. Same thing we will watch on the M22 also. So the previously we were looking at M33, now we are going to see M22 also. So if you look at also here in the corner columns of this structure, you can find that there is a significant amount of moment also coming in the M22 direction also. So this is the corner columns. So you can see here that is 18 kN per meter. For this also there is coming 18 kN per meter for this also. Same thing we will look at the axial forces also. So if I will go in axial forces, I will watch it here. So you can look at here, this corner columns will have axial forces also. So just we have seen that a corner columns is having a biaxial bending, means now we have just look at that a corner columns will have a 3 effect. First, it will be a moment in the M2 direction, then we will have a moment in M33 direction also, and we will have a axial force in axial direction also. So for designing any corner columns, you have to take the all the effects: moment, 2 moment, and 1 axial forces. So we can call it that a corner column will have a biaxial bending. So biaxial means say that there will be a moment plus 1 axial forces to design that corner column. Now after looking the biaxial bending of the columns, we will look at that which column in this structural framing is a uniaxial bending. So if I will look at, and if I will say you that this all the columns like this column, this column, this column, this column, this column, this column will have a uniaxial bending. So just I will write it here that these all the columns I will draw here will have uniaxial bending. So you will be asking that how we can say that this column is uniaxial bending. So if you look at the interaction diagram of this column, it will be looking something like this. So if I will draw it, so if you just see here this column, suppose I am taking an example of this column. So you will find it in this column that this span is equal to this span. So what will happen if any effect on this column is coming, this will cancel by another beam here because this span is same here. But if you look at in another direction here, you can find it that there is no beam coming along with this direction. So there is no any cancellation of effect here in eccentricity effect. So what will happen in these columns, you will be having effect of uniaxial bending. So if you look at the interaction diagram of uniaxial bending, it will be looking something like this. I am going to draw the uniaxial bending here, interaction diagram. So if this is the y axis and suppose this is the x axis, so what will happen, the bending you will find in either of the axes. You can find in this axis, either you can find in this axis. So if I look at here, you will find in this mux here and muy here. So the bending will not be that much, we can say that more in either of the axis, means on the one axis you will find that maximum bending is coming, in another axis there is very low amount of bending will come, very low, that which we can ignore also. It will be in the terms of 0.01, something like that. So just if you look at this corner column, if you would like to say that bending here, just I will show you. I will go to 3D option here, and I will like to look at this bending here. So for doing that, you go to display option here. If you like to see here, you can find it here that maximum bending in M33 direction, it is coming about 1.5 here. Same thing if you look at in M2 direction, you can find it here, the maximum bending is coming around 23. It means to say that in M33 direction, this bending is very less, and we can design this column as a uniaxial bending. And also if you like to see axial forces, you can find it here that it is coming around 154, something like that. Now if you look at a definition of uniaxial bending, I can define a uniaxial bending that a uniaxial bending, I can write a definition that it will bend either of the direction. So if you look at the biaxial bending, it was bending in two of the direction of the axis of the column. But if you look at the uniaxial bending, it is going to bend only one axis of the column. So there is a quite, we can say, the difference between a uniaxial bending and the biaxial bending. Now the next we will going to see that what is the axial loaded column. Now we will look at the axial loaded column. So I will write it here, axial loaded column. So before starting the axial loaded column, I would like to mention here that no column is perfectly axial loaded in our structural framing. So if you look at the practical design, if you look at and find it that no column is perfectly axial loaded column. So there might be there will be inconsistencies in the columns. It could be the wrong practice on the site, or it could be because of the beams, or anything it could be. But we cannot say that a perfectly axial column really exists in our structure if you look at the practical approach. So here what we will see, if we just go and see this, all the columns like this, all the columns which I am mentioning here is we can count it as a axial loaded columns. These are all the columns. Why I am telling you this is all the axial loaded column? Because if you look at the bending, I would like to show you the bending here. You will see here that there will be very less amount of bending is happening in this type of the columns. Why actually it is happening? If you see the distance, like if you see the span of this beam and this beam in this axis is quite same. It is completely same. And if you look at the axis here also, if you look at the span from this beam to this beam, it is same. So for this type of columns, you will find that this will be coming under the axial loaded column. Now I would like to show you the bending in the axial loaded column. So what will be the bending? I would like to show you. So if you go in the 3D view, and if you go into the display the forces and bending here, and if you would like to see the moment 33, so what I will do for you better understanding this moment, I will select this column. So I will again go to the plan, I will undeform it, and I will select these all the columns here in this row. After this, I will like to show the bending here. So if I am seeing the bending in the columns, you can find it here that it is coming around 2.5. For this, it is coming around very less, 0 point something. It is also very less. Same if I would like to see a bending in 2 direction, you can see here that this bending in 2 direction is very less. So if you look at the definition of a axial loaded column, if you look at the perfectly axial column, you will find it that there's moment could be in the both of directions should be 0. So I will define it here that axial loaded column will not have moment in either of the direction. So that type of column we can call it that it is a perfectly an axial loaded column. But before also I said you that a no column in a structure is perfectly, we can say that is axial loaded. There will be some amount of moment coming to that column. So what we can do, if you look at our IS456 code, you will find it that there is a provision of designing a column here, and you can see the provision what actually it is. So if you find it here, at all column, you can see here, all columns shall be designed for minimum necessities, and that minimum necessities is what equal to unsupported length of the column divided by 500, and also we need to plus the lateral dimensions by 30 also, subjected to minimum of 20 mm. So if I will design any column as per the clause of IS456, I need to consider the minimum necessities. So I would like to write here that minimum necessities will be of either of the axis will be equal to L by 500 plus dx by 30, subjected to 20 mm. So this is the case of the one direction. Same it should be followed for another direction also. So same formula, only you need to change the dimension here. Again subjected to 20 mm. So if you are designing any column as per IS456, you need to consider minimum necessities what is provided in our code. So either you are designing any columns, if it is a corner columns or even it is a completely as a axial column also as per the framing, you need to design by considering some amount of necessities also. So why actually the code has gone with the minimum necessity? We need to understand that. You know that at the site there may be some wrong practice there. There could be some problem in the shuttering, or it could be any problem where there could not be perfectly, we can say that it could be axial loaded column. So in the both of the axes, we need to consider at least a minimum necessities for designing that type of the columns. So this has come to the end of the tutorial of the classification based on the loading. So please do not forget to subscribe our channel for more informative video. We will keep it uploading the new content. Also please like the videos and also share with your friend. Also do not forget to join our channel, which will be link provided in our description box. Thank you.